And welcome to In-Game Chats for Saturday, December the 4th, 2021. It is Season 15, Episode number 41. And I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
And you'd think we hadn't done this ever. And now I'm trying to get things fixed and set and looking at things and like, is this right? I don't know. Welcome to the show. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. Check out InGameChat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can also find us on Facebook there as well. You can email us, everyone at InGameChat.net. We're streaming right now on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv and type in InGameChat. You'll be able to find us, watch us, live while we broadcast. You can also join us on Discord as well. We're over there. There's, plenty of places for you to interact with us, to watch us, to listen to us, all of that great stuff. Here. There we go. Let me get that out of the way. Look at that. As you notice, wonderful episode number right there. Look at there. You know what next weekend brings.
No, tell us.
Nothing actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
One more episode is what it brings.
Yeah.
Just another episode. That's what it means. For those of you who couldn't see that, this is episode number, and all of our episodes that we've been counting up. Mm-hmm. We are at number 665 for this week's show. So yeah, getting closer and closer to 1,000. We may make it. We may not. I don't know.
Who knows?
All right.
We're going to dress up for that?
I mean, if we make it, I'd make a big deal out of it. 1,000 episodes, yeah. 1,000 episodes when you're doing one a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuxes and cummerbunds,
yeah.
all that type
I mean,
of stuff.
If we were doing this 5 days a week, we'd hit 1,000 a long time ago and wouldn't care. So, yeah. Do I have to call the Doomslayer? Oh, yeah. No, you're good. Well, he said, drunk degenerates in the Twitch chat there. He said, and I thought, oh God, what's wrong? Is there a button not pressed? It's weird. You don't do a show for a week and then you come back in here and
you forget everything.
I almost forgot to do the board. Wendy's not here. She'll be back with us next week, but, I didn't do the board and, I don't know. There were just different things where I just thought, why does it feel like I'm doing this for the first time?
Because we do it this way every show.
Yeah, like we set up the camera, and then as I was getting prepped here, I suddenly put the microphone in place, which is right in front of the camera. So I was like, well.
Yeah, and we had to move the camera initially because your laptop was blocking the camera.
Yeah, I don't know why this thing makes so much noise with every little movement.
I don't know, some setting or whatever. But it's always been that way.
Yeah. I get now. The guy who's in there the most, Greg. I get it now. Why he wanted to go back upstairs. He wanted to go back upstairs for completely different reasons than anything like this. But I totally get that urge to be like, let's just move it back upstairs. I don't have to worry about things. Yeah. Whatever. It's one show a week, right?
Yeah.
One show a week that I got to worry about.
Yeah. Thor in the chat room asks, that's what, 6 years?
Well, no, we're on season 15.
Yeah, we've been doing this longer than 6 years. Yeah.
Now, you might be wondering, now that math might not... If you did the math, it's saying, okay, you've been on the air for 15 years. And if you do an episode a week, well, obviously we don't do episodes on some of the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. There were times where we weren't on the air. There were times when we've run, I was out for an entire month last year.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't all add up if you tried to say, well, if they did this many episodes this year, then blah, blah, blah. It doesn't add up if you try and math it. Mm-hmm. Just understand we've been keeping track of the episodes as best we can. And at some point we designated all right, well, that's going to be episode number whatever. And then we went from there and said, all right. So which is how we got to episode 500 3 years ago.
I'll have to check the records on that one.
3 or 4 years ago? Maybe 5.
Obviously, the date of the picture that we took, because we were taking pictures all up and down with that.
That's right. I have it in my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, that's right. That's, and I don't know why I'm doing this right now.
It was me, you, Sarah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yes, it was. People's. Me.
Suits and ties and everything. That's why we said we get to 1,000, we're going to do tuxes or whatever.
Yeah, I want to say I'm in here. Well, maybe not. I would have thought it would have had me in there for doing the big show with all of us, like our little group photo and stuff. It's on our Facebook page.
I'm getting there now.
Yeah, it's on our Facebook page. Mm-hmm. So we can figure it out from there. Not that we really care. Just one of those things that, that happens a lot. I'll get something in my head like, when was this? It may not be show related. It may not be anything. Right? It may be completely not related to anything. Whitney and I will do that. We'll watch a movie and then we'll think of something and then immediately run to the phone and be like, when was this? Or what was this? So that we can figure it out from there. So anyway, let's see. Did I go over? I did go over the whole chat room thing and the Discord, which I need to bring this up and turn that on. So
we get Discord too? Did we get Discord too?
No, I didn't forget it. I got Discord done. Okay. We also were in here experimenting with the plug-in jack to the audio plug-in jack to try and get rid of some of this noise that you guys hear watching on the stream. For those of you listening on our app, listening on the radio, you're fine. You don't hear any of that stuff. It's only what we throw out to the Twitch stream and what we use for the podcast later. Where this hum is, and so we were doing some experimentation there. Happened to have the engineer of the station here at the same time, and so we were doing some back and forth to try and figure things out here. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. I hope you guys had a fantastic week off there. I hope you got some great deals. I don't know if you want to call in or join us on Discord and tell us what you picked up for Black Friday. If it was anything special, then we'd love to hear it. We're going to go over our hauls if there were any. Did you have some? Did you pick stuff up?
I got a few things.
Well, we'll go over that as well. Go over what I grabbed, which again, few things as well for me, not very much. Yeah. I say that not very much. Everything that I spent was done through gift cards for the most part, and that credit I had over at the GameStop.
Still in the 4 digits?
No, I'm probably just under that now.
The high 3s?
The mid to high 3s.
High 3s, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mid to high 3 digits there.
Yeah.
So we'll go over that and what we picked up and stuff and what we've been playing. I know. Wendy's sending me, hey, you want to get involved? You should have been here. No, she's going to hate me for that one. No, I honestly wish she would have come today. I didn't think about it until I was already on the drive up.
Right.
Because I was thinking about, hey, what are we going to talk about? And then I thought about these things. I was like, oh, man, she's not here to talk about any of the stuff that she messed around with for Black Friday, which she really got involved in some things. And so, but we'll go over that a little bit, but she'll be back next week to talk about it. So, yeah. And if you want to call in with what you picked up for Black Friday, if you did pick up anything on the Steam sale or any of the other sales that were going on and you want to tell us about it, trust me, I would like to hear, what you picked up and what you thought about the game that you may be playing. because it might inform me to be like, ooh, that sounds like a good game. I might look into that sort of thing. So I'm all for that, and I'm all for also not moving this microphone ever again, because it makes a lot of noise with just the slightest touch. So anyway, why don't we go? I kind of want to go over what we played, but that's just going to dip right into what we picked up for Black Friday, I think. And I kind of want to wait until we come back from the break to do any of that. So then why don't we look over some of the news here real quick that we can jump into. Let's see. As he looks over things, I'm trying to think of like, was there anything that was...
What stood out to you?
Nothing. I'm looking through it, and I'm like, hey. Got the Game Awards. That's coming up this week. I know.
I think we gave our opinions of Game Awards last show.
We do. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to watch it. I am.
I'll probably just get the highlight reel and be done with it. It'll pop up on YouTube eventually.
That's what I should do.
The condensed 20-minute version? Yeah.
The thing is, I'm going to wake up the next morning because this thing is done during the middle of the week, I think. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to wake up the next morning and I'm going to see in my news feed just massive amounts of all these, hey, this trailer was shown, or this did this, and this it just explodes with information.
It's not done in the evenings, though, is it? It's like in the mid-afternoon or something?
No, it's on at night.
Okay.
But it's on in the middle of the week. It's on like a Wednesday or a Thursday night.
Oh, no. I
think it's the 9th. Oh, hang on.
Or am I thinking of E3, something like that? They show stuff all day.
E3 on, E3 has shifted. It used to be that way. Yeah. E3 used to be a sense where, or a thing where it happened on Monday during the day, happened on Tuesday during the day.
Yeah, that's the one.
They've changed all that now. Now it starts on Sunday for a lot of people, and then Monday night sometime is when I think Sony would normally do something, and then Tuesday during the day there would be a Nintendo Direct. That would be during the day. But you're right. Most of the time that was done because I remember when I used to go Monday. You had to catch the shuttle out to the venue, and the thing would start at like 10 a.m. California time, LA time. But I would get there early so I could get in and be able to sit down and watch those things. But that was on a Monday, and then Tuesday I was right back at it.
I guess it's the same with me. I guess that's what it is for me then, because it's always coming out in the middle of the day. I'm at work, so I'll just catch the highlights later. So
yeah, and then Tuesday is when E3 would open. So Tuesday morning, Nintendo would do their thing, and then once you were done with Nintendo's thing, you were usually at the LA Live or whatever, which is it's in this area where the Staples Center is, which is not very far from where the convention. Well, it's not the Staples Center anymore. I don't think. I think they changed the name.
Yeah,
I think it's Crypto.com or something.
Yeah, don't forget that. Everybody's still going to call it the Staples Center.
It's going to be the Staples Center, right? Yeah. We'd get done at LA Live for the Nintendo presentation, and then we would all walk just, right 2 doors down, basically, from the Staples Center over to the Convention Center. Go right in. E3 would be open. We'd go to our appointments. Get up Wednesday, do the same thing. Get up Thursday, do the same thing. But Tuesday marked the end of your presentations. Now it should all be presentations, really. Mm-hmm. There's no point. Just put out videos of gameplay so that people can see them.
Yeah.
That's all. It is something different that we're going to be doing here that it would normally I got to thinking about it, I don't know, yesterday, I suppose, or maybe it was the day before yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's a couple of days earlier this week. And I thought, man, October we always do, scary songs, scary music from video games and stuff throughout the entire month. Well, because for the most part, you've got plenty of horror games that you can pick from to fill that.
Right.
Holiday music, not so much where video games are concerned. There is a lot, but it's taken quite a few years to kind of accumulate that.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, is there any way that we could do that for the month of December? And I looked at how many shows we've got, and we only really have 3 shows. We have this week, next week, and the week after, I think. And then, like, Christmas Day is a Saturday. We're not doing a show. I'm sorry, we're not doing a show on Christmas Day. So, yeah, it's this week, next week, and the week after. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we're going to, all I need is 21 songs. Mm-hmm. And I went through years past, found them. We got 21 songs. Yeah. Easily. Yeah. To pick from.
Like you said, it's hard. It's easy to do with hard, but for Christmas, it would have to be something, Christmas-themed game. It just have to be something like a certain stage or something, or something.
Some kind of DLC story. They did. Because there's no,
story or whatnot,
outside of like some indie game, there's not a lot of. Now, there's some games that take place in like snow levels that kind of give that, that aspect of holiday type stuff.
And, xylophones and things like that, sleigh bells, things like that. So
exactly.
That type of music for it. Yeah.
Like I Lost Planet is nothing but a snow level. Mm-hmm. But there's no Christmas music involved in that, and it's not seasonal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's more of a horror game. Yeah. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I found some. Well, Batman, which we've got. Batman: Arkham Origins takes place on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The whole game takes place from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. It's a one-night thing. So that's got a lot of seasonal stuff mixed in with the score for the game and things, and so I really enjoyed that. What else did I find? Not too long ago, I found, and this was after year. We just went over how many years we've been doing this show, and it was just last year, or I think it was last year or the year before, that I found holiday music in the game Bully from Rockstar.
Yeah.
It was great, and I found it's a great track. It's a Carol of the Bells track, but it's a great track. We don't have it in this week, but we're gonna be playing some Christmas themed music.
That's a good game, by the way.
Bully, I've not played it.
Bully's a really good game. When you give it time to sit down with it, and the story can wrap you up to where you lose track of time and just keep playing and going all the way through.
It's one of the only.
What it did with me.
Yeah, it's one of the only games I think that Rockstar hasn't really gone back to. Mm-hmm. To do anything.
I've heard folks clamoring for it. I mean, you got all these remakes of GTA and things like that.
Well, they've done GTA. They've done GTAs all the way through 5s, and they keep doing more 5s. They did a sequel to Red Dead. L.A. Noire they didn't touch. What was another? I mean, there's probably people out there throwing tons of names of no, these are Rockstar titles. They've never gone. They didn't do Table Tennis, a sequel to that, but I think Table Tennis was just. That was just a way for them to showcase GTA 4's engine that they were going to be releasing. Although I will say, I bought that thing, and it was... I can't believe I played as much table tennis as I played.
Yeah.
Although I picked up something over the Black Friday holiday, which may be making me play more table tennis than I ever thought I would since then.
Okay.
Which, a little tease for you. So the Game Awards... They are, let's get back on track, right? The Game Awards are on December the 9th. That is a Thursday. Starts at 7 o'clock Central Time. It's scheduled to go until 10. God. It'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch, also Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as on its official website. I don't care about the awards themselves. I really don't. Although we've got some nominees: Game of the Year, Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village.
I got to start that.
Resident Evil Village?
Yeah. And 7. Matter of fact, I haven't gotten 7. The one with the first game with Ethan.
Oh, the Resident Evil... 7, you're right.
Yeah.
What was the subtitle for that one?
I don't think there was one. Not that I recall, anyway.
Just Resident Evil 7?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I haven't played a single Game of the Year nominee. I've only played Metroid Dread. I've not played any of the others. So out of those, I'd say, Metroid Dread. I almost picked up Deathloop during the Black Friday sale. It was on sale for like $25. Yeah, but you can only buy it on PlayStation 5 or PC. So I was thinking about getting it for PlayStation 5. I ended up not getting it all.
Yeah.
So. Is there anything in here that shows something that I have played? Maybe Best Ongoing with Apex Legends. I played that for just a split second.
I haven't touched that one.
Best Narrative. Nope. Except for Guardians of the Galaxy, because I did pick that up for Black Friday. Mm-hmm. And I've started playing it. I'll be going into that here soon. Best Indie, 12 Minutes, Death's Door, Kina, Inscription, Loop Hero. Haven't played any of those.
Nope.
Why is my thing not scrolling here? Come on. Why are you being slow? Now you're going to look at mobile game. Can I scroll, please? Thank you. What else do we have? Nope, none of those either. Best Action. Nope, none of those. Returnal, Back for Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, and Far Cry 6. Best Action Adventure, Guardians of the Galaxy and Metroid Dread.
Okay.
Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village. I looked so bad. I looked so hard to get a Returnal and a Ratchet & Clank and a Ghost. Director's Cut. I was trying to get one of those too. Nothing. Nothing. They didn't go down far enough. They didn't go down. The price was just, they knocked like $10 off. And I was like, that's not it. No, that's not where, that's not
going to get me to pull the trigger.
Not my breaking point.
If you're not at least 50% off, then I won't even consider you.
Best role playing, I haven't touched. Best fighting game, I have not touched. Best fighting game, though, I'll throw these out there for you because I know you do the fighting games.
Okay.
Virtua Fighter 5.
Nice.
Played it?
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Played all the time. Been playing it since '93.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
A Smash wannabe that's got some glitches that people have found exploits for, and there won't be any tournaments anytime soon with that one. The way it is now.
Melty Blood.
Melty Blood. Yeah.
Type Lumina is what it's called?
Type Lumina. Yeah.
What is that?
2D fighting game featuring characters from an anime called Tsukihime.
Just bring back
back ago.
Bring back Clay Fighters.
Clay Fighter.
I played that. Yeah.
Bad Mr. Frosty.
I played Clay. I was so fascinated by Clay Fighter. I really was.
The animation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing, the way that whatever it was that they did at that time, and this was Super Nintendo times.
Yeah.
It was impressive. It was really impressive. At least it was back then. I actually haven't gone back to look at any type of that stuff to know if like I'm wearing some rose-colored glasses here to know that it's not what you thought it was.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember some of the characters in there. I mean, I haven't played the game, but I remember seeing images and videos of it. It was like a Bad Mr. Frosty, who I think is their number one, their most popular character.
He made the cover, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's some Elvis impersonator called Blue Suede Goo. That guy. Helga, the prototypical opera fat lady.
Yeah.
When the fat lady sings, it's like a Viking woman, a heavyset Viking woman singing. So I think that was a character as well. Others I can't think of right now, but I know it was a lot more than that. Yeah.
Let's see, Guilty Gear Strive.
Guilty Gear Strive, yeah.
And Demon Slayer did a lot of. There's a big name. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles.
Yeah, anime fighter.
Yeah. So out of those that I just mentioned, and out of those that you've played, what would be your pick as far as the better of all of those? Virtua Fighter 5, Melty Blood, which wins just on name alone. Guilty Gear Strive and Demon Slayer Tsushima, whatever.
You messed it up bad.
I know I did. Right, yeah. Well, it was the point.
Well, the anime ones probably won't get there because it's they'll probably consider it a niche following or something along those lines. But I've had enough time with Virtua Fighter, and it's still a solid, stable fighter after all this time. So I would say between all that you mentioned, it's probably going to be between Virtua Fighter and Guilty Gear Strive. All right.
Virtua Fighter 5 or Guilty Gear Strive, out of what he said. Best debut indie, Valheim, Forgotten City, Artful Escape, Sable, Kina. I haven't played anything of them. Artful Escape's on Game Pass, by the way, if anybody wants to try that. There may be a couple of these that are on Game Pass as well. Best family game, It Takes Two, Mario Party Sunshine. None of these I've played. WarioWare, I should have looked for a deal on that one. I don't think there was one, though. I was pretty vigilant over the Nintendo Switch stuff. I got some digital games. Well, we'll talk about the haul.
Well, haven't we said that Nintendo's a little...
They're stingy.
They're stingy about the price drops.
They are.
So even on Black Friday, so, yeah.
Best sports racing, The only two that I possibly... Forza Horizon 5, which I played, and then Hot Wheels Unleashed is in there, which I own, but I haven't played it yet. Best sim strategy, no. Best multiplayer, nope. Art direction is not going to win. This is score and music. It's games for impact, community support, content creator, best esports. Okay, well, kind of ran through that one real quick. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we were going to talk about our Black Friday haul here. We hope that you will join us to tell us about your Black Friday haul, if you would like to, through Discord, through calling us, through just throwing out text in the chat room. If you would like to do that, we already got Chris on the line, so we're going to take his call when we come back. Music here from Batman Arkham Origins, called The Night Before Christmas. We will be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from New Super Mario Brothers U. Snow Overworld is the track name for that one. Which is basically just Mario music, and they threw some jingle bells behind it. How can we holiday this up? Well, just ring some bells. Go to the phones and talk to Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's going on?
Not much, buddy. What's going on with you?
Fun weekend and getting in all kind of different things, and then getting off of playing the Stinking to Me as I'm playing on the Switch. Just not having enough time for doing everything, and plus I had a little bit of car trouble too. So, where to start? I think I got back on the PlayStation 5, and I'm currently playing 3 different games on it. I saw a deal on this like role playing. Soviet game, Chernobylite.
Yeah.
It had some base guns, so I thought, yeah, that looks interesting. I started playing that. I found a cheap 16-bit looking role-playing game that was like $3. I think it was Shadow of Adam. I've been playing that too. And I haven't beat Just Cause 4, and I had the PlayStation Plus version of that one that came for free, so I've been playing that since I got the fancy new internet at the house finally, and then been joining that, so I'm playing those 3. Then I got into the streaming of some anime shows and stuff through some of the free series services that that lets you do it with ads and everything, like Crunchyroll and Retro Crush. So I found an old series I hadn't heard of before that I've been watching that here lately, and then stopped completely playing the one on the Switch I've been playing up like a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I've been having fun.
Well, that sounds like it, man. That was a good list.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not done yet. And then I early on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I decided to go to buy GameStop or sometime before that to see about their buy two get one free sale to see what I could find there. And I only found 3 Switch games. I got Mega Man 11, Dragon Quest Builders 2, and God Eater 3. That's the only ones I could find. But I found a little bit of that there. And then I've also been wanting a scroll saw at the house to do some woodworking and all with. And I looked at Lowe's and they're like $170. I ain't paying that much. And then one at Home Depot or vice versa that had a stand was like $250. And I thought, well, maybe if I could look on Facebook Marketplace, maybe I can find something. And I saw one in Millbrook for $80. It was in the box. It looked like the box that got poked by something. Had a little damage. And I looked at the guy that posted the ad and all. And I thought, wait a minute, I recognize some of these other pictures. That's down there at the Never Pay retail store in Millbrook. And I went by and bought it, and it was like $80. It's brand new. And I said, I can't beat that. And then today I had some car issues where I was getting gas and the car wouldn't crank. We finally got it to crank with my dad with me, and we got it back to the house, and when it was still running, put it into the shop and everything. And I guess what it was is the bad terminal connections between the battery cables and the post of the battery, and I cleaned those, and now it's working perfectly, and I was able to crank it and turn it off 6 or 7 times in a row as quick as you snap your fingers, and it had no issues cranking. So it looked like it was just corrosion and some gunk in between the connection. It was a loose connection with the terminals, and it wasn't allowing it to crank. So maybe I can cross my fingers, and that's all it was.
Here's hoping, bud.
Yeah, I mean it's been a mess, but of course the car trouble today, and everything came around like, oh, really?
Yeah, I know. That's anything that kind of that's pretty much everything. But anything that kind of interrupts my day-to-day operation type stuff, it's really on that kind of a scale. Things like something leaking in the house a lot. Like a water pipe is busted, and it's like you have got to fix this now, or it is going. Yeah, it's like
it's only going to get worse the longer you wait.
Yeah, you've got this has to be done now. So regardless of whatever you were working on, regardless of whatever you may have been saving up for or had the money to buy for whatever reason for later or something like that, it's like nope, that now has to be put on hold because you've got to take care of this. Car trouble's the same way, although most of the time car trouble's like need a new tire or it's not. It's a chunk of change, but unless it's, of course, something like real big where you've got engine trouble or something like that, and I hate that. And when your air conditioner goes out, not too bad in this weather, but during the summer, when mine died a couple of years back, it was in May when mine just,
ooh, that's the worst
bit the dust. It really was. It was. Had a window unit for a while, just for the bedroom was just, there was a window unit. I had the fan. I had another fan inside, little floor fan, and the fan that's on the ceiling. And then I had the window unit, and then I had to shut the door so that the room could cool down. If I left the door open, the room never cooled off, and so I had to leave the door shut the door to the bathroom, so that room would just stay nice and frosty for the time that I had for that. Yeah, it was just, I hate when stuff like that happens to you. But all the best to you. I hope it works out for you, man, and just keep us posted on that.
Also, on top of that, I made one of these a homemade flashlight with one of the medium-sized 12-volt batteries and some LED like car lights you can mount. A little project, and of course the battery was dead, so I had the battery out charging on one of the shelves in the laundry room, and something I caught the cables or something, and basically pulled the battery off the shelf and dropped it on my foot. And the corner of it hit on the corner on top. I was wearing socks and everything, and it hit the top of my foot there. And it's like Friday, but about 3 or 4 days later, the pain was going down. But now around my toes, it looked like somebody whacked me on the foot with a hammer. It's a big blood blister. But luckily, one of our family members was as a retired nurse, and I was wanting to know if I should waste my time going to the doctor to find out the same thing. So yeah, you have nothing to worry about. It's normal. If it doesn't hurt, you're fine. Don't worry about it. So Yeah, at least I'm relieved about it. But it looks like somebody whacked me pretty darn hard with a big hammer on my foot.
Yeah, well,
but at least it doesn't hurt.
I know that goes as far as
yeah.
I mean, anything that basically touches me now, I bruise because I'm on blood thinners and stuff. So, but anyway, Chris, thanks so much for calling. It's good to hear from you, buddy, and
right.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right, y'all have a good afternoon, and like you, I'm gonna just probably tune into the results. I don't care about watching or tuning in. I'm gonna just wait and. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, and this and that, and maybe just some highlights. But I don't care about the Game Awards either that much at all either.
Yeah, the award parts, I don't.
All right, we'll see y'all later then.
All right, man.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Yeah, you said it's going to be playing for like 3 hours, right?
Yeah, 7 to 10. It's scheduled 7 to 10.
So about 40 minutes worth of actual thing that's worth watching. You think?
Maybe I will watch it and I'll time that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll keep a running clock going of how many actual, and that's
okay. So let's say over under 45 minutes of legitimately interesting stuff during this 3 hour presentation.
I would go with around 45, maybe less.
So under 45 minutes.
I would say under 45 minutes.
You take the under on that.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If anybody in the chat has an opinion on that, out of 3 hours of a Game Awards show, how many minutes are actually
Look at it. Lethal
relevant?
Migraine's already on with me. He's like, it's under. It's easily under 45 minutes. It's easily. I think I will do that, although somebody else will do it, I'm sure. One of the news people or whatever, the news places that I follow, somebody will kind of time that. But I am kind of curious. About that. And because we would come back the next day we'd come back the next episode and I would tell you, well, here's all the awards they gave off air, like they come back from a commercial break and they would say, oh, earlier in the program or earlier in the week, we gave away these awards, and it's, most of what I just listed off there for you. And I understand why. I know why. The people who are, I don't know. We clamor. We used to it anyway. People used to ask for, like, serious game awards, serious video game awards that you honor the developers who did the stuff. And they're doing that with an award, but they're not giving equal time credit maybe or something. I'm not sure exactly what I'm trying to say. You have a...
We paid for this orchestra, and dang, we're going to get our money's worth during this.
You have a
broadcast.
3-hour presentation to have these folks come up and thank the people who helped them develop this game or make this game or all the effort that went into something when they win the award. But a lot of the times they don't do it. Hey, they're going to win this one. They won this one. So congratulations, those guys. Here's our next video. Right onto it. And I'm like, well, stop. Separate it. Or something. Stop calling it a video game awards, or unless that's the only front you can put in front of it, so that you can have all these reveals and trailers and updates on games and stuff, or just call it something else.
Yeah.
And show the trailers. Even if it's just let's say it is 45 minutes of awards. Well, do 45 minutes of an award show, and then next week do your 2 hours and 15 minutes of trailers. Yeah. Separate it. People can watch what they want to watch, and then you can give the time to those people who win those awards to give their thanks, and you can give your appreciation for what they did. I don't know. We have it and we don't. We have the awards and we don't have the awards, because they do give them out and they do selectively pick the ones that they're going to showcase on stage. But I get, in order to have the clout, the pull, the ability to showcase these trailers and to get that kind of sponsor involvement, you need to have the viewers. And obviously they've learned over time that the only thing that pulls those people in is not the awards, it's the reveals. Like, I don't know, Rock in a Hard Place maybe, or something like that, Catch-22 situation, where it's just, there's no real win-win situation here. And so I don't know. I think over the years I
think it's just you need another format, whatever that is. Experiment, try some different things and whatnot. I mean, there's a reason the Oscars don't get as much pub as it used to be.
Yeah, see, and I don't want to relate it to those anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's a bad format. It's
we
just
used to.
It used to mean something.
Yeah, we used to relate it to that
yeah.
and say, why don't we have our own Academy Awards for gaming? And you did. They were called the BAFTAs, but and they still are, but they're called the BAFTAs, which is why nobody watches them because they're the British, and so it's whatever. Nobody decides to tune in. It's a pretty big deal, though, when you win a BAFTA. It's nice. Hellblade won some BAFTAs as well. It's a fantastic game.
Another one I haven't started yet.
I know. I know that a lot of Naughty Dog folks won some of those, not just for Uncharted, but also Last of Us as well. But and I'll be honest, they covet those BAFTAs more than they do any of the,
Yeah, it's got weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being, I guess they're making do with what they got. They're going to get these trailers and these reveals, and the more that they do, the less time they have to highlight these people and what they've accomplished just to reveal trailers. And I kind of don't understand that. I really don't. I think you could get... Let's just, for the sake of an argument, let's just say the teaser for Last of Us 3. There is nothing out there for this. I'm just saying, I'm trying to pick the big thing. Next God of War, sure, we'll go with that one.
Okay.
Nah, that's not, because they've already done God of War. I'm talking about something that would be like, oh, wow, they're working on this, and it's Last of Us 3. We'll go with that. Or pick your favorite. Pick whatever game you want to. Cyberpunk 2, I don't know. Pick whatever favorite you want that would just be mind-blowing to see revealed.
Would you want that Splinter Cell?
Yeah, sure. That's a good one. Throw that in there. Splinter Cell.
Or Half-Life 3, finally?
I challenge that or whatever the case, I think that you could release that trailer for Splinter Cell, for that big megaton announcement, whatever it might be. On your own YouTube, on just stealth drop it, and you would get just as much news coverage, views, and everything else without the assistance of having to go through the Game Awards.
I don't need an award show to. It's that big. I don't need an award show. I can just drop it on Instagram and bam, there it is.
I want to say that for any of these reveals that they're doing now, there's going to be some probably that are indies that have put in a whole bunch of money to say, can you show our little game, please? Maybe. I don't know. Some of these, probably wouldn't get as much viewership if they didn't go this route. I understand that. But I think a lot of your big ones, and a lot of the big ones are what people tune in for, you could do it on your own. You don't need the Game Awards to do it with. Or make it E3 winter. I don't know. And call it that.
Yeah.
So that's enough. That's enough talking about the Game Awards. Because we just go in loops, man. Yeah. If you take the last show that we ever talked about this with from last year, you're going to hear the same conversation just going back and forth over and over again.
Bad format, not entertaining, not enough substance.
Hey, we got 10 minutes here until we hit the top of the hour. Is that enough time for you to talk about what you've played and what you picked up for Black Friday?
Sure, I can squeeze it in there.
I mean, I don't want you to.
Not ain't much.
Okay. We'll go for it then, sir.
All right. Well, what I played, basically, for the most part, more Code Vein and more Virtua Fighter 5, playing that. I also played a few little older titles as well. I finally played a little bit of Dark Souls Remastered. That was a Black Friday sale. It was like $20 digitally, so I picked that up and started playing it. Dark Souls Remastered.
On PS4?
PS4, yeah. Dark Souls.
Which one got the PS5 remaster? Was that Dark Souls?
Demon Souls. Demon Souls. The one that started all that that's the one that got the remaster on 5. But the first Dark Souls got a remaster and a while back.
Yeah.
But it was like $20 on the Black Friday sale, so I picked it up and started playing that a little bit. Also played for some reason Speedrunners.
Hey,
I was playing Speedrunners on my
what?
on my PS4 as
Okay.
well. So had spent a little time with that. Had some good memories of the after show when we started playing that together. Like
That's a fun game to play together.
Yeah, 4-room group of people playing that. So I was having a good time with that.
Is that on PS? I don't even know if I have Speedrunners PS5.
I think I got it on sale anyway when I did pick it up though.
Speedrunners PlayStation Store. Why is it $10? I may already have it.
I think it was less than that when I picked it up. I think I caught a sale earlier.
You probably did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, guys, I've added a bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of DLC.
And all costume stuff though. Nothing that's.
New characters really, but it's just the same bot with a different skin on it, really.
Yeah. Huh, I'll have to see. I'm not signed in, so I'll have to see. Because if I've got that, because I can play that, Wendy can play that, and then we can go online and play there as well.
Okay, yeah.
I just thought.
Mm-hmm. Some other titles I played was another older title that I recently picked up and started playing again was Let It Die. It was an online game from Gungo Online. I think it's in its 5th year anniversary now.
Yeah.
Basically, you take build your character and climb up this tower and go up levels and levels and go up higher and higher, battling your way to the top. Basically,
yeah.
It's an online game. It's about 5 years old or so. But I downloaded it before and I got it back and I started playing it again.
I remember. Yeah. Okay, so I'm seeing the title here, and I remember that title. I can remember the title graphic and everything else. I remember that.
Yeah.
I just guess I never looked at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute, so I'm going to have to reacquaint myself with the controls and the system and the format and all that type of good stuff. So that's going to be a little while before I get back into the swing of things of that. In terms of Black Friday, let's see, I picked up Yakuza Like a Dragon. That was like $20. I picked up Lost Judgment, the sequel to Judgment. That was $30, 50% off. So I finally took a chance on that. Pulled the trigger on it.
See, you gotta make me a list or something of like what you might be looking for Black Friday, because I monitor this stuff so hard that I see all these things and I'm like, I wonder if RJ knows about this.
Probably don't.
I don't even know if he's interested. Oh, I do own Speedrunners, by the way.
Good job.
Which one do I own? Oh, I own the deluxe bundle.
Yeah, the deluxe bundle came with all the DLC.
I have all of it.
Yeah, you got all of it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. All right, cool. But it does say it's only PS4, so I don't know that I can play it on my PS5.
Well, I don't know why not.
Because Sony.
Good reason. Yeah.
Is the best example I can give to you.
Yeah. Speaking of your mentioning of Black Friday, it was your mentioning of Doki Doki Literature Club.
I saw that it went on sale. It went on sale. And I thought, I wonder if he was interested in that.
Yeah, it was like, may as well. It's a notable psychological horror.
Yeah,
got a lot of review, got a lot of pub. I'll just bought it on lark. So those are 3 I picked up from for Black Friday gaming wise. Movies, anything else was just movies and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
I picked up. Yeah.
All right.
Die Hard collection, Godfather collection.
Wow, you went for the bundles, huh?
Yeah, Knives Out. I could have got the Avengers collection, but then I've seen so many clips of that movie of all those movies on YouTube, and I'm like, I pretty much know about this. So I'm good,
dude. You don't need. You got access to Disney Plus.
I forget sometimes,
and it's all there.
I know. I forget sometimes.
It is all there for you on the Disney. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
because then you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Well, now that they're on, I mean, pandemic and everything, the way movies have been released and the way things have been going has really changed. Oddly enough, it's changed how I buy the movies and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Hasn't saved me any money, but it's changed me. It's changed how I buy those movies, because I don't buy them anymore. I used to wait for those steelbooks to come out in the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe thing, and now I'm like, nah. I'm not. Black Widow, I think, was the first one that hit after the whole pandemic, that movie. And I watched it. I was like, well, I'm first off glad I didn't go to the theater to see this. And then secondly, I thought, well, why do I need to buy this? It's right. I don't need it. Mm-hmm. And so,
I'm still the collecting type. I mean, if there's a movie I like and a movie that I want to see at any given time, I'm going to get the disc for it.
I'm
Especially
still-
if it has a steelbook or a collectible part of it as well.
You know me. I'm still collecting that in regards to the steelbook stuff, and I'll give you a good example when we come back from the break. But yeah, but the only thing I do now is and I've said this before, I do the DC animated shows that they do, the releases there. I still get those, and I still get anything that Mondo releases, which unfortunately happens to be Marvel movies at the moment.
Okay.
Which I'm like, God, I'm tired of owning these things. But at the same time, I look at the artwork and I'm like, man, that's really nice. It's really good. And Mondo numbered they got me on the numbers. They started numbering,
Got authenticity
which
type
somehow
part.
gets into that lizard brain thing where I'm like, I have to have the next number. I can't skip.
I'll tell you the better one. The better one is when you have the gold embossed fraction. You have the 35th out of 1,000 made.
Oh yeah.
That type one is like something that really gets you.
I don't know. I don't think they number. They may have numbered some of them. And what I mean by the number, it's not the.
I know the number X in the series.
Yeah, it's not the production number
Yeah.
of a certain thing. It's just like here is, and they started with 0, which makes it even stupider. So they started with 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think they're up to 40 something now, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What was there anything else? You picked up Doki Literature Club?
Doki Literature Club, the limited edition one that the limited edition that was down to $20, the one you told me about, and but that movies wise, that's what I picked up. I mentioned that earlier, or about the you said you haven't gone to the theater.
I was about to say, did you go see your movie?
No, I didn't go see a movie. No.
Okay.
No, I still think about that. What they did with Mulan, $30 for that download thing. It was like that sounded like a bad idea.
I mean, for what it's worth, once it's put out there digitally, regardless if there's a price for it or not, you don't
Give
have
it
to,
time.
You don't have to pay for it.
Give it time.
Once it's out there, it's kind of like you put a picture on the internet; it never goes away, right?
It's there forever.
You put something out there for just the shortest amount of time digitally, and
hey, look, that drunken tweet, that angry response you put out there for the world to see, it's there forever.
oh yeah, it stays there. You got to think about it before you put it on the internet.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. When we do, I'll go over my haul and Wendy's haul as well, as far as for our Black Friday stuff. Tell you about all the things we picked up and the games that we played. And that is all coming up for you. Music here from Banjo-Kazooie. This is called Freezeezy Peak. Freezeezy Peak.
Freezy Peak.
Nah, man, it's not. It's Freeze.
But for today, it's called Freezy Peak.
It's Freeze.
Because you're going to be here all day trying to say it.
Freeze Easy. Freezeezy. Freezeezy Peak. Anyway, whatever. We'll be back. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music from Ukulele, Glitter Glaze Glacier. Huh? Glitter Glaze Glacier.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun names. Real fun names. All right, so the whole Black Friday haul and everything. Yeah, I thought I got in on a really good deal of the PS5 Director's Cut of Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
And it was from Dell. It was like $30. And I put the order in, and then by this was probably Tuesday, but by Thursday, everybody's orders were getting canceled. Yeah, so it was a
physical copy, huh?
It was a price. Yeah, it was a physical copy, but it was a price error, and so they weren't honoring the price
on
error.
Black Friday.
Yeah. They weren't honoring
okay.
the price error.
Okay.
Error. So
Pricing error.
Yeah, missed out on that.
That was a screw up.
What else did I go after that I didn't make? I had Deathloop in my cart, but I didn't do that. What I did notice is that for some reason, when Black Friday kicked off, or at least Black Friday kicked off for GameStop online, they were selling. They were supposed to be selling the physical copies of like a certain selection of Nintendo Switch first-party titles for $27. Things like most of the things that I already had, and I'm trying to think of the ones that I picked up. Breath of the Wild, which was a launch title. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, launch title there. Something called Astral Chain, which I think is from the Platinum guys.
Yeah.
And
older title, though.
Kirby, the new Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe or whatever it was, but on the Switch.
Older title.
Yeah. Just older titles. But then again, like Mario Odyssey was not a part of it. And Mario Kart was not a part of it.
The two most popular of the titles. So, yeah. Sounds like a liquidation. Trying to get rid of some stock of old titles. But the ones that are popular enough to merit still getting for full price, yeah, they're still going to be full price.
Well, the interesting thing that we found out was that this went for the digital copies as well. Which is not normally the situation that happens. Normally, your digital copies don't receive a discount, but they did. So I picked up 3 titles from there. I picked up Breath of the Wild for $27, Astral Chain for $27, and Paper Mario, the new Paper Mario that was, I say the new, I think it came out earlier this year, but to get it for like $27 was a pretty good deal. To have that. So I got that. I picked up Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch, which is that exercise game thing. I got that as well. I think that covers my Switch titles that I picked up, I believe. So yeah, there was that. Had an interesting time going through picking up Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that was advertised as being $30, but Walmart went ahead and put it at $25, and nobody else would kind of price match that. Well, I bought it from Best Buy for the $30, and then I tried to get them to like give me I tried to go through Best Buy and say, can you price adjust this, since it's just it's a $5 difference, and they're like, no, we're not doing. Best Buy was not the Black Friday dominator that I'm used to. Used to be the best way you could go was that, but that was not it. If any kind of video game retail would have won this Black Friday season, it was GameStop, which is strange to say. But they had the better deals. They had the better policies as far as price. They were very quick to price match. Amazon was too, but a lot of the times GameStop would be cheaper.
Yeah.
Or they would be first to be cheaper.
Yeah. A lot of titles, like a lot of titles I was looking at earlier, it was like $20 or half off. There was plenty of deals of that nature.
Yeah, and they were price matching left and right. I picked up the Mafia trilogy, the Mafia remaster, Mafia 2 remaster, Mafia 3 remaster, whatever those things were. I picked up that for I think $30, the whole trilogy.
On what?
Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember a time when that whole trilogy was offered like on Plus for a ridiculously low price.
I don't know about the remasters, because I know the Mafia remaster is like $15 right now, but that's the first game in the series, and so to get all 3 for $30, I thought that's a pretty good deal. Plus, I used my GameStop credit, so I didn't, again,
not as much of an impact as
The only thing I actually spent money on dollars was Guardians of the Galaxy from Walmart. So like I said, I bought it from Best Buy, It finally arrived at the house, and I did not open it. I didn't even break the cellophane on it because not only had Walmart beaten them by $5, but their special edition version of the game, whatever, the
Walmart exclusive, yeah.
the big not digital deluxe, but the big deluxe edition, and all that stuff comes with an art book and all these other things. Yeah. It wasn't a Walmart exclusive; you could get that anywhere. Okay. But if the game was $60, this would be like $80, to get the deluxe edition.
Right.
But they had marked it down to $30. So I said, "Ooh, that's good." Not only that. They had a thing where if you had pre-ordered the game from Walmart, you got the Walmart exclusive that they had was a steelbook. Mm-hmm. Now, the big deluxe version of the game came with its own steelbook. So if you bought it from Best Buy, you got that steelbook, whatever. But Walmart also had a pre-order steelbook bonus, and it was completely different artwork on the steelbook. So it said when you bought it, like, oh, you're going to get this thing too, but that was for pre-orders. So a lot of us were like, we may get it, we may not, we don't know. Mm-hmm. Some people were getting theirs like, nah, just the game, didn't get this. Some people were getting it with the steelbook included. Mine showed up and I got the steelbook included with it. So 2 steelbooks with it. So I was impressed with that.
I think we mentioned before that Walmart messes up on prices and stuff like that all the time.
Well, yeah, they do. But not only that, I was also worried about them shipping this thing. And the steelbook that's in the actual game box was fine. Mm-hmm. But the other one was going to be loose inside the package. And I was just like, it's probably going to be dented and broke or whatever. No, it was actually perfect. Perfect condition. So I was very, very impressed with that. So I picked up that. I got Hot Wheels Unleashed from Best Buy for, I think, $25 or $30 on that one. I picked up Sonic Colors Ultimate for, I think, $20 at GameStop. And, which I haven't played that either. Again, Wendy's not here to tell you, but I got her a mechanical keyboard for her PC.
Nice.
With nice light up stuff. Which actually, it's the same, it's the Steel Series. So she's got the big giant Steel Series light up mouse pad. She's got a nice little Steel Series light up mouse. And now she's got a Steel Series mechanical light up keyboard. They can all sync and do their little colors and everything else. And she's just happy with it.
So my favorite looking mechanical keyboard was, I think it was Atrox or something like that. But it basically looked like an old time typewriter.
Oh, yeah.
With the elevated keys and everything like that. Yeah. That looked pretty nice.
You can get some keycaps for your keyboard, some keyboards, and get that aesthetic, get that look. What else did I pick up? I feel like I got more than that, but I didn't. I scoured, was looking over things of like, ooh, this looks like a good deal. This looks like a good deal.
Hey,
like I said, I had Deathloop in my cart, but I decided not to get it.
So what got you into what made you get Sonic Colors Ultimate?
I had that demoed for me at a PAX or an E3 way back when they did the first one.
Yeah.
And it was on the 3DS. And I loved the mechanics, the game mechanics, and I loved what they showed me on that 3DS. The things that it would do and everything else. And I thought, wow, that's really, really, I really like the direction they're doing this with. But it only ever released, I think, on the 3DS or maybe the Wii U because it had that second screen.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember how well it was received or anything like that.
I asked because a lot of the Sonic games that came out, it's a lot of hit and miss, mostly miss.
Mostly miss, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think the ones that stand out was, of course, Sonic Mania, of course. Then you had, I want to say, Sonic Generations was pretty well received.
Well, when you're hitting the highlights, yes.
Yeah, and then I think Sonic Colors was. I want to say it was one of the ones that was well received.
Was it? Okay.
I think it was. I know Sonic Unleashed was like not well received.
I had hope for that, but no.
Then there was the other one with the Black Sonic and the Black Knight. I don't think that did well at all as well. I think with Sonic Unleashed, I think it was the daytime stages that were pretty good, especially one with Empire City. That was a really good one, but it was the night the second half, the other half of the game, the night stuff that was like, meh, really didn't go over well with fans.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I haven't played it yet. I got the Xbox version because I had read where the Switch version was still very, very badly optimized. It was glitchy and real. They had patched it, but it didn't really fix everything. I mean, there were some serious looking problems people were showing coming from that game. I'm talking like where the color palette would completely go into some kind of psychedelic thing. I mean, it looked like your monitor, your TV, or whatever it was you were playing through was having some kind of problems.
Is it to the level of the mess up that they did with Grand Theft Auto?
I don't remember. Oh, you mean the remaster stuff that they put out?
just a patch. They just threw something together and didn't do the quality control.
I mean, I don't know about the quality control aspect. I really don't know. Okay. I don't know that this happened to everybody. I just remember it being there. And anytime somebody says, "Well, this is what happened to me," even though this guy may be one voice out of a million, all that tells me is that, well, it could possibly happen to me. It makes me a little bit wary about it. So
yeah.
Anyway, got that. Haven't played it. Again, like I said, I had heard that was one of the games where I was like, yeah, I think I remember liking what I saw of that way back when. I know the mechanic doesn't. I know that what they showed me back then on the 3DS is not going to translate to what I'm playing on the Xbox One, but I'm sure they've worked around that to at least still give me something entertaining. So here's hoping that's the case. Did I get anything for PlayStation? I don't think I got anything for PlayStation.
Not even digitally or anything like that?
No.
Did you buy any more years of PlayStation Plus?
Nah, I didn't pick. I'm good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pick any.
I think the lowest I saw was like
35.
Yeah, $35 for a year. Yeah.
35 for a year.
Yeah.
But no, didn't pick up any of those. Because last year the best thing was, it was either right after Christmas, I think, some online store, and I don't remember the name of it. I'd have to go back into my receipts to find it, but they're legit. But they were selling 2 years for $35 or $40. 2 years.
Goodness.
I know. I picked up 2 of them. So four. So I got 4 years out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm set there. By the way, I've played Guardians of the Galaxy. This is starting to come together for me. It's very strange because I remember sitting down to play games, and I would go through a good chunk of them on my first sit down. Now I sit down and I play these games, and I get to a point where I'm like, all right, that's a good stopping point here. And then I'll pick it back up and I'll keep going. And then at some point, boom, title screen. And I'm like, oh, that was just the introduction. Like, what? I know it's not that long, but it felt like it was long because you sit there and you explore and you're learning things and all this other stuff. So it reminds me, I need to keep playing that so that I can retain the controls.
Yeah.
Because there is seemingly a lot of controls while I'm playing. It may just be a thing where you don't really have to worry about too much. But I've played some of that. The character animations, as far as like the look of some of the characters and stuff, it can be a little bit off. Not too much. It's growing on me. And I should say I've seen better. But this is growing on me. The environments that are on display coming in through that HDR and that 4K stuff for the Xbox Series X, unreal. It is so blazingly beautiful, amazingly beautiful. Just all this stuff that they've done with that, and so anyway, I'm only in chapter 3. I think, yeah, I either started chapter 3 or I've started chapter 4. But it's way too early in the game right now for me to give you any kind of assessment as to how I love the environments. The gameplay is starting to grow on me. Again, I've only just dipped my toe into it.
Yeah.
I've only played the introduction. So that's all I can tell you on that.
Hey, which character, you mentioned the characters that, the animation and everything is something that, so it's a little jarring, a little off. Which character in particular stood out?
Just all of them. All of them have a little bit of, especially when you. So, like the first thing you see when you play the game, you're in first-person mode with Peter. You're sitting on his bed listening to music, And so you can see your arms and your legs and stuff like that, but that's all the control you have. You can turn your head and stuff, but you can't see what you look like. And then his mom walks in. And so that's your first impression. I'm like, it looks a little janky, you know? And it's not until you play more and more that you start to get comfortable with the way that looks.
Didn't take too long for you to get used to it.
Yeah, compared to the environments, the character models are not great. They're good. They're okay. I mean, they're fine. It's not going to distract you from the game.
Right.
It's really not going to take away from the game. But this would work. I could compare this to anything. The environment detail is just fantastic. On just the first planet I was on, I haven't even gone. I'm either in space or on that one pink-looking planet. That's it. I haven't gone anywhere else other than the ship.
Yeah.
And the ship environments are like, nah, it's just inside of a ship. It's gray, whatever. Nah. Planet stuff is amazing. And I've seen clips of other planets that I'm going to be going to, and it's just the environment detail is amazing in that game.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. It's also a one-and-done type thing. There is no multiplayer. There is no DLC. You're playing a story from
Pure
start
story.
to finish.
Yeah. Story.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I am kind of taking my time, but I don't want a Last of Us take my time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want those long gaps in between scenes and chapters and whatnot.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah. Because that'll kill the experience.
So the big purchase, and I could be forgetting something, and I know Wendy's listening, so she'll probably in fact, I have a text, but she'll probably tell me if I forget something. No, that was old Chef Paul over at Seafood Bistro. Sent me a text. So I would say the big thing that I picked up, and I used my GameStop credit to do this. I picked up the Oculus Quest 2, or the Meta Quest 2, whatever they want to call it now, the VR thing.
Yeah.
Been a while since I've done VR. Been many a years since I've done VR, and even a little bit less since I did PlayStation VR. I could say VR's come a long way, but I want to tell you that the VR hardware has come a long way, because I always talked about VR has no future in its current state. When I was playing it, there's too many wires. It's too expensive. There's too much to set up. There's too many things that are involved for people to have to worry with.
Yeah.
And the price is a big deal. I don't think that's a problem anymore. That Oculus Quest 2 is just, it's fantastic for what it can do.
Compact, streamlined.
Yeah, it's basically the visor and the controllers. That's all I need. I could have brought that up here and put the headset on your face and said, "Here, go nuts." I don't need to plug it into anything. I don't need to, make sure a camera's looking at it. I don't need to have a computer hooked up to it. All the games are stored on the system itself. Now, you can link it up to your PC and you can play games that way that you have downloaded. But the ability to just grab those items, throw them in a bag, and head out or wherever you're going, and you have VR right there.
Yeah, so you got a console on your face.
Is fantastic. Yeah,
you're wearing a console over your
you
eyes.
Are.
That's it,
and it's not uncomfortable. In fact, they make peripherals. They make things that you can, replace accessories to make the fit better and everything else. Look, the Quest and the Quest 2. It's been out for a while, so I may be rehashing things that you guys already know, and that no, I've been on this bandwagon for a while. But I was floored by it. I played that thing so much the first night I had it, the first night, I think I didn't start it until the next night, but played it a few nights, just, going back in there and checking it out. Even just in the menu where you're put inside some sort of environment or a setting, where you can look around and look. I understand I'm explaining what VR is, but It's fantastic. It really, really is.
Especially in comparison to what you were dealing with previously.
So much more.
Yeah.
The fact that I couldn't leave my computer room or the bedroom. If I was using PSVR, it was hooked up to the PlayStation, which was right there, which is not a lot of room to move around in. And I don't think the PSVR is too heavy on the room scale environment type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you still are tethered. The one in the computer room, same way. I had a much smaller room there, but you're still tethered. There's no wires involved, and yeah, I was just going on YouTube looking at 360 videos, and it was amazing. Mm-hmm. I had obviously really forgotten what it was like to be in a VR environment, because I've been there before,
yeah,
but something about this felt different, felt better. These things aren't winning awards for any kind of graphics. But the gameplay, the immersion, you never came over and tried out the VR that I used to have. But when I was going to play VR, I had to set aside time because I was going to have to pull all this stuff out, unplug things from the back of the computer so I could plug in the VR, and then plug in the stuff that I had just unplugged as pass-through so that you could get everything set.
Yeah.
Start up Steam VR on the computer while I could see. Grab the controllers. Hopefully somebody was there to help me where I could put the headset on. Because you had to get audio somehow. Mm-hmm. And you had to plug in a headset into the back of your PC, another tether right onto your head. Of course, it's wireless now, but still. Put that on your head so you could hear the game that you're playing, and then, make sure that you're in a good position so that you can play the game. And then when you're done playing, unplug all that stuff up again. Just unplug it and put everything back in the way it was.
Let's make a comparison. Which is easier, setting up that VR system that you had, or setting up before a show?
No, you talking about the VR system that was wired?
Yeah, the wired system, or setting up this podcast?
The wired. Setting up the VR system was more difficult than this.
How much more so?
Well, I don't know. We do this so much, We do this week in, week out, that it's really... I can get this thing set up in less than 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes.
But your VR set with
for
the wires.
VR, especially given how I don't do it very often anymore. It's been a long time since I've set all that stuff up.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit longer than that to make sure that I've got everything set, and then to start playing. And then play until I'm like, all right, that's enough, and then take everything off and unplug everything again.
Yeah, we're so used to hitting a button and grabbing a controller and then turning on the TV, and there you go.
Which you can do now with the Oculus Quest 2.
Exactly.
And a shameless plug for anybody listening right now. If you're getting an Oculus Quest 2, if you got one, if you're going to be getting one, hit me up, because we can do a referral thing. If I refer you, you'll get $30 in credit at the Oculus store thing, so you can buy some games, and I'll get $30. In fact, actually right now, you'll get $60 and I'll get $30. That's only this week though. I think that's just that actually may be over with. But still, hit me up. We'll do referrals. We'll both get some stuff there. Some games and everything. What did I download? I downloaded a putt-putt little mini golf thing, which is actually really good. What else did I pick up? I picked up a little puzzle game called which puzzle games are great for the VR. It's called Cubism. It's not Tetris, but it does involve the Tetris blocks, those shapes.
Yeah.
It gives you an empty space that is like, it gives you a block that is completely empty, and you have to take all these jumbled pieces and put them in there so they all fit the way they're supposed to.
So like a jigsaw puzzle?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, 3D
but it's in
puzzle?
3D space.
Yeah.
So, I can pick up the main component and look at it, and then I can pick up these Tetris pieces, and I can look at those and turn them any way I need to turn them, and then place them in there. It's nice. It's relaxing. Whatever.
Okay.
The other part of it is that I was talking about table tennis, right?
Right.
Well, they have table tennis game on the VR that I've heard some amazing reviews for, but it's table tennis.
Yeah.
It's table tennis. Archery is fantastic. I was able to log in, and there's an app that you can purchase. Luckily, it was Black Friday, so I was getting a lot of discounts on some of these games that were on the Oculus store. But there's something called Virtual Desktop, and they have it on Steam, but it's better if you buy it through the Oculus Quest store itself.
Yeah.
Because they are not updating the one that's on Steam anymore. They're only doing the one that's on the Quest. And that links me to my PC. So I can set the environment to be like a movie theater or an auditorium. And my computer screen that is on my desk in the other room is on what looks like this very giant screen to me in VR. It's huge. But it also connects to my PC, so I can go into all of the Steam stuff that I downloaded for VR, and I can run that and play that, which is very amazing to think that it's streaming VR into my headset, and it's using the boundaries that I've set up for my headset for the room scale stuff that I got going on. That's the other thing. I'm not tethered to that small room anymore. I can go to any other room in the house. I can go outside. And set a nice play space for me to move around in VR with. Or I can walk up to things or walk around things and look through, that sort of thing. So, so there's that. I got a game called Pistol Whip, which is an on-rail shooter, but it's basically just you shooting guys as they come out, kind of very...
Is it anything like Super Hot?
It feels like Super Hot, but it's not. It is. It has that aesthetic to where it's just these faceless guys that you're shooting, and they fire at you, and you can dodge the bullets, but the time thing is not
the time aspect is not in there. Yeah,
that doesn't actually work. So I got that as well. Oh, okay. I was reading Drunk Degenerate's little message there. What else did I pick up? I got the putt-putt mini golf game. I got a game called, it's not even a game, it's an application called Wander. It basically uses Google Maps, and it puts you at any of the locations that are on Google Maps whatsoever. The cool thing about Wander, and maybe you can do it with Google Maps too, I'm not sure, you can go back in time. So I don't think my house had a different time on it. Maybe it did. I can't remember. But you can go to some places. Probably if I picked a spot like the Eiffel Tower or something much more, there'd be a lot. I can look at my wrist in game, and it'll pop up a menu system where I can just go someplace randomly, or I can change the date, and it'll tell you how many different shots of this particular thing you're looking at has been taken over the years. I can go back to 2013 to see what the place looked like back then.
Right.
If I wanted to do that, or ever how far back. It's kind of a neat little thing, little application to kind of show it off. And it was, I don't know, $6. And I was like, okay, that's fine. What else did I get? I didn't get Super Hot. I picked up The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. I'd heard really, really good things about that, but I have not played it just yet. I did get The Room. I got The Room VR experience.
Yeah.
And I only played a little bit of that before I was like, this is fantastic. So I stopped because I was like, okay, I'm going to enjoy this. I just put it on. I was like, you know what? I haven't fired off The Room yet. Let's see what that looks like. And I got in there. I was like, oh God, this is great. This is great. I solved a couple of puzzles, and I just, it was fantastic. It was so good. I'm giddy over playing The Room in VR. I love me some puzzle games in VR. So look, I'm back on the VR bandwagon again. I'm sorry. There was an announcement that City Skylines is coming to the Oculus Quest 2. You can build a city in VR, and so I'm excited about that as well. There was a lot of little things that you can do with the VR stuff. Like I said, I played some stuff on Steam with the archery and things like that. It was just really, really good, really, really good, really amazing. Wendy played around with it too, and she wears glasses and everything, but got it all to work for her, and she was having fun with it as well. To the point that she was considering getting one for herself. Well, if she does, then we can play multiplayer.
Yeah.
On games that allow that, like the putt-putt thing. We can play, a round of putt-putt golf if we want to. Or the table tennis, we can play against each other. If we wanted to do that. Any of the shooters, we can do that if we want to. And that's another amazing thing when you put an item in your hand, be it a gun, be it an axe, be it a bow and arrow, be it a sword, be it ping pong paddle.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, there is this, I'm going to say a feeling, but an immersion that comes over that gives that whole like, this is perfect the way it's done. It's just really, really well done. So we got to take a break, but I do want to get to this call because I don't know who it is. I just had to put him on real quick. Hi, you're on in-game chat. Who's this?
It's me again.
Oh, hey, man. What's up?
Sign me up. I've been wanting to get one of those Quest 2s as well. I've wanted to get one this year, but since you were wanting to get the plan, the deal and everything like you talked about, get me on Facebook, through a message, through that and everything to figure out how to do that. But I'm down for it.
Do you have a Quest, or are you going to get one?
I was planning on wanting to get one.
Okay. Well, just let me know. I think the $60 referral thing's over with, but the 30 and 30 is still good. You'll get 30 immediately. I'll get 30 after like a month.
How did you have to sign up and do everything? Did you have to sign up for a new beta account or whatever through Facebook or whatever? Or
I will say this. They have not removed that limitation just yet. You still have to register this thing with your Facebook account.
Now, could you create a second one and keep it separate from your main one?
I believe you could, yeah.
That's what I was wondering to do if I was going to do that. But, since you've got one and kind of went through that, I was curious.
Yeah, I believe you can. You can set up a second one and then use that as your Oculus account if you want to do that.
Okay. Well, I'll see about doing that, and I'll get with you, and we'll figure out how to do that and then go from there.
That'd be great. And by the way, I can give out referrals to more than one person, so just because Chris is claiming it doesn't mean that you can't either. So just letting you know.
There's not a limit. You can give out as many.
As far as I know, there's not a limit. Now, there's a limit on yours. In other words, or mine as well. So I got a referral from somebody else, and I instantly got my $30 for the store. That can only happen one time when you set up your new device.
Uh-huh.
But if you know somebody who gets set up with their new device, you can refer them, and then you'll get yours, and you can do that over and over again.
So you can refer me, and we'll both get it like you, but you'd have to refer me to it, right? Is what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying is, it's in other words, once you do this, you couldn't you couldn't clean wipe the thing and then you would have to clean wipe it, use a different Facebook account, register that, and then that's how you could get your $30 again.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep doing that over and over with if you wanted instant $30. I guess this is just me spitballing. I'm not exactly sure, but
I guess we'll just get in touch with you after the show sometime, and we'll figure out and then look into the details of it.
Yeah. I'll look through that and see. But I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was, I don't know.
I played the first one when Tim, the assistant manager at Retro Gameplay, got one. I checked it out there and figured out how to make it more user friendly to both him and me. And I was pretty much sold and wanted to get the other one, but now I can really support the thing really well since I've got good internet at the house now.
Oh, yes, you can.
All right, well, we'll get with you sometime, and then I've been wanting to get one of those too, so I'll get it with you later on.
All right, man.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now.
That's fantastic. I think, we got to take a break. When we come back, we will, I'm going to get to Drunk Degenerates, Maltharan, who's in the Discord. I want to get to him. So when we come back, we'll talk to him, find out everything going on with him, and maybe hit some news if we got it. But otherwise, I'll talk more about VR. This is music from Fable. It is called Hook Coast, which doesn't sound anything holiday-ish whatsoever, but it is. We'll be right back. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Blue Stinger, right?
Right.
I don't remember the name of the title. It's completely blank on my screen. I don't know why that is, but
Yeah, it was the music playing in the mall during playthrough, because the story takes place during Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, welcome back to the show. We're going over to, I think, Josh. Are you in the Discord there, Josh?
Yep.
Hey, buddy, what's going on,
There he
man?
is.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just talking about some VR. I mentioned the room. I was looking. That's the other thing. It's well, I think any game is like this, but there you have to download an app. The app connects to the Quest headset, but anything I buy from the store on the app is right on the headset at the house when I get there. I was going to mention some of the games that were nominated for Best VR. I was going over like games that I've played. There's not a single. I should look at that. I should use that as a template of like, hey, I should check these games out. But all the games I had listed, I haven't played any of them. I've only had it for a few days. So some problems with it is the fact that the games are a little too pricey for what they're offering. I mean, I bought The Room on a sale for $17. Normally,
How much? Yeah, about to say, how much is it normally?
normally I think it is around 30. They're expensive. Well, I mean, I got the App Store right here. I can check it out and tell you. The prices are not. There's a game that's $25. Sniper Elite VR is $30. Myst is $30.
Myst is 30.
Yeah. Right.
Jeez.
I guess that's the VR premium.
It is. It is massively. Super Hot VR is $25. Well, I can't. It shows as purchased here. Resident Evil 4 is $40 on VR. The Room, I'm looking here to see what the price was, and it doesn't show me the price. Yeah, most of these games are really, they're like 25 or higher for some of these. Now, there's a boxing game that's like $10 right there. There's a game called Drunken Bar Fight that's $17. So, yeah. Anyway, what's going on with you, man, Josh?
Not too much. I got one game during the sale. Not quite as many as you did.
I mean, well, look, in terms of normally what I do during Black Friday, this was slim.
Yeah.
Normally I bring in a haul of a lot of games, but nah, not so much this time. I know. Well, I mean, it's one of the reasons I had so much credit at GameStop is because I took a bunch of these games back that I never even opened because I just never got around to it. I had the Mafia Definitive Edition for PS4 back last year. I bought that on sale for $30 during Black Friday. I specifically remember it, too, because I thought that's a great deal. Never opened the game. Took it back, got credit on it for GameStop when I turned in a bunch of stuff. You know? And then used that to spend $30 to buy all 3 games digitally.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What was the one game you picked up?
Deep Rock Galactic.
Ah, okay. We've heard some good things about that from our buddy Duke Frucom.
It's a good game. It's fun.
I think Kevin picked that up. Another guy from, he's an old friend of ours, Kevin, and I'm trying to remember his last name. Anyway, Kevin, I want to say he picked it up. He picked that up as well and had some high praise to give it. It's I've heard good things, but I just don't know if it would appeal to me.
Oh well, it's it's a first-person shooter, so you gotta like those first of all.
I think it may be on Game Pass. Actually, that's where I should try it out.
I think it is. Yeah,
that's where I should try it out.
You could give it a try there, but from what I heard, you can't cross-play between Game Pass and Steam.
That's another thing with these VR titles. A lot of them offer cross-play. So if you've got an Oculus Quest 2 and somebody else has a Vive or a Steam VR or any other VR thing, PlayStation VR. Well, yeah, PlayStation VR can work too. Then you can cross-play with them. The only one I know that offers that with the PSVR stuff is Star Trek Bridge Crew. That is, it doesn't matter if there's somebody's playing it on PlayStation. It doesn't even matter if you're playing it in VR. You can still cross-play with other people in VR to play that game, I believe. So a lot of those are. And a lot of the ones that you do buy, and I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off here, Josh. A lot of the games that you do buy on the Oculus Store will give you the PC version as well.
Okay.
It doesn't work reverse. If you buy the version on Steam, you don't get the Oculus version. So keep that in mind. Anyway, continue, Josh. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, so Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah. I got it on Friday, and I've sunk nearly 40 hours into it already.
Oh, wow.
So
wow,
it's a good time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's one of those games that are like, how do you call it? They're evergreen.
Oh yeah.
Because
you can always go back to them.
Procedural generation of levels. You can, if you liked digging holes in Red Faction, it's a great game for that.
I did not play Red Faction. I heard a lot about it, and of course, was it Red Faction Guerrilla? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the first one, the very first Red Faction.
See, I was thinking of Guerrilla because that was when the destructible environments, I think, came into play.
Yeah, but no, in the very first Red Faction, the standout thing that game did was you could dig tunnels through levels.
Oh, okay.
And that was pretty much the first big game or game at all that did that. So Deep Rock Galactic is one of the few games that does it again.
Okay.
You have lots to do in terms of progression. They came out with the season pass. No, not season pass. Some progression pass thing.
Yeah.
And it's very doable. It's not pulling money out of your pocket. The whole monetization of the game is very, very fair and commendable.
Yeah. Good.
So a first person shooter mining type game.
Yeah.
You have a whole variety of different mission types where you got to do different things.
Yeah.
You got enemies spawning. You can play with up to 4 people. And there are 4 classes. You can each pick the same class or 4 different classes that do different things. And yeah, basically you complete the objective. If you're lucky or eager, you can do the secondary objective as well. Then you fire off the big red button and try to get back before the drop pod leaves without you. And the game has a very not dark sense of humor, but it has a sense of humor to it.
Okay. Doesn't take itself seriously.
Yeah. The whole mining company is very much take care of the equipment, make sure the equipment gets home safe. Doesn't matter if you don't get home safe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Typical.
Yep.
I know. Duke described it as well. It's on Game Pass. I should really take the opportunity. I really need to utilize Game Pass more as this is something I've been interested in or something that people have told me to be interested in or that they're interested in. I should look into it,
Right.
I should really start utilizing Game Pass in that regard because I know Deep Rock's been out for a while. And so, give it a shot.
I think it left early access a year ago, around a year ago.
Yeah. Looking at the site now, it says something called Rival Incursion. It's going on. So new storylines coming
season
in.
Right now. First season they made.
How much did you pick it up for?
It was $15.
15? What's it normally? 30?
30.
Okay.
Yeah.
50% off, yeah.
Yep.
It's not a AAA game. You can see it, but that's not the point.
That's not the point. It doesn't have to be if the mechanics are working and it just plays great. It doesn't have to be a AAA game.
Yeah, I mean the closest thing to an orb in the game, you can still count the areas on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're not interested in the VR?
I am, but honestly, if anything, I might consider getting the PlayStation VR 2 if they're making it. They're probably making it.
As far as I know, they're making it. I'd like to see how that pans out. And if that becomes a wireless, if somehow they make that a wireless peripheral where you can play PlayStation VR through your PlayStation, but not tethered to it, where you can leave the area, I suppose, but it's still utilizing the machine, the console to push that stuff. That might be something I could see myself owning both. Mm-hmm. But it really depends. I've had a really good taste. I've had a taste of the good life, which is this this wireless VR world.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they spin that, how they make that happen. Do you know, like a couple of years ago, I packed up my PlayStation 4 and my PSVR, whatever that first year was that I had it, and I drove to the family's house for Christmas. And I hooked that all up to their TV so they could experience VR. And I'm thinking about that this year, and it's like, nope, here it is. Just put this on, press the button, go play. Mm-hmm. I don't have to hook anything up. I don't have to take over the TV. In fact, I can go inside the headset, and I can Chromecast what I'm seeing to the TV so they can see it. Mm-hmm. Or to their phone if they've got the app. I can cast it there if they want to, so they can see what I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while.
It's an amazing piece of equipment.
It's been a while for me. Well, hey, Josh, we got to run, buddy, but I appreciate it. I'm sorry you waited so long just to take over for that.
I come prepared.
Yeah. We'll talk to you again next week, okay?
All right. Take care.
You too, man. Bye-bye.
Take care now.
It's weird. I'm not hanging up on him. I'm just turning off the pot that bleeds in the computer stuff. Anyway, we've got to go. I want to thank everybody for joining us and calling in. Chris, Josh, thank you guys for calling in. Thanks everybody for joining us in the chat room, which, by the way, who do we have in there? Do I have time? If this thing works real quick, I do. Oh, it's not many. I got Ortho Duck. That's neat. Stephen Van Dam, Nintendo Switch XL, Drunk Degenerates, AC Wraith, hanging out in the chat room. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Wonderful time. Enjoy it. We've got music here from something. It's called Dream Bells. I don't know what game it is, but it's called Dream Bells.
I think it's from Nights. Christmas Nights.
Is it? It could be.
It might be Christmas Nights.
It could be. You'll know when I hit the button here, so you tell me. Yep. It is Christmas Nights?
Christmas Nights.
All right. Have a fantastic weekend and enjoy the week. We will see you next Saturday for our 666th episode.
Where nothing special will happen.
It won't. Have a good one.